lighting and filming quality of this video might be a little atrocious. Obviously, I am not filming where I usually film. I am not in my bedroom at home. I am in a hotel room in New York City. So things are a little bit different today. This is not my usual setup. The reason I am here is because I am actually on a business trip with my company, super #Girlboss. Very proud of myself because coming to New York is something that I have always wanted to do, something that I've dreamed about since being a kid. And through working hard and staying diligent, I have created an opportunity for myself to get here. So this is a cool moment. I am very proud of myself and I'm getting to check off something from my bucket list. But on top of being a very cool thing that I am proud of myself for, I am also experiencing some of the worst imposter syndrome that I have ever had. Because who am I to be here doing this? It feels very important. It feels very like, who is little old me? I don't know why I'm here. Why did they pick me? What do I have to offer? These are thoughts that are running through my head. So I thought, what better time to talk about confidence? Not necessarily how to be confident, because obviously I don't know how. I'm not perfect at it. I'm feeling very insecure right now, but at least how to fake confidence, because I hate it when people tell you, oh, fake it till you make it, just fake it till you make it, and then don't actually tell you how to fake it. Because it's times like this where I'm feeling insecure that my brain is not working to come up with ways to fake it. So here are 4 things that I do that work every time if I'm feeling insecure to at least act confident, and sometimes they're good enough to even convince myself that I am really confident. So hi, my name is Tessa. If you're new to this channel, we talk about the things that make us happy, healthy, and wealthy. So let's get into it. The first thing that you're going to do is be nice. Girls, I am telling you, nothing screams insecurity like a mean girl. And I know that you know that I am right, because we've all seen it, we've all experienced it. Especially growing up, I feel like my mom would always tell me, oh, if they're being mean to you, it's just because they're jealous. Or if they're being mean to you, they're projecting their own insecurities. And I was like, no, Mom, they really hate me. They really hate me because I'm horrible. And then I grew up and I realized she's actually absolutely right. It's never about me. It's always about them. It's always about them. And that is true even when you're the mean girl. It's about you, okay? There's no reason that you should be commenting on other people at all, ever, in a negative way. And if you are, it's time to take a look inside and see what's going on, see what you're feeling, and what may have led you to saying those things. So I want you to keep that in mind moving forward. Remember that girls are on your team. We are a team. Ladies, we work for each other. We are lifting each other up. We are not tearing each other down to make one of us ourselves look better. And I have a perfect example of how this directly correlates to confidence. So if you don't know, I compete in pageants. The 2 years that I did the absolute best, 1 year I won, and 1 year I came in 2nd place. I only lost by 1.2 points, and it was at the state level, which is a very competitive level if you're not familiar with pageants. So these are the 2 years that I did the best. I outperformed myself every other year. They are also, coincidentally, the only 2 years that I won the Miss Congeniality Award. Miss Congeniality is a little award that they announce at the end of the night that is voted on by the other girls that you are competing directly against, where they vote on who is the nicest and most supportive throughout the competition. So for me to have won basically the nicest award on the 2 years that I did the best just proves to me that when I focus on lifting others up and being positive and being a friend, I am elevating my own performance by not allowing space for negativity to bog me down. And I am just on a different level, and I am performing at that level consistently. So be nice to each other. And if you are struggling so much with your confidence that you are like, but Tessa, how do I be nice? Here are some easy things that you can do to start being a little bit nicer of a human being, a little bit nicer to your girlfriends. Number 1, the rumors end with you. Okay? It's that easy. You don't have to be the hero. If you hear people gossiping, yeah, you probably should shut it down, but you don't even have to be the hero. You don't even have to say anything. Just stay out of it. Just don't participate. Don't promote that rumor. Don't make up rumors. Don't beg your friends for more rumors. Okay, girls, don't be asking for the tea. That's a word that we have normalized, but it just kind of means gossip, and we don't want to be promoting that. Second, don't give advice if people aren't asking for it. This is something that I do quite often. This, again, is projection of I feel like I am not good at something as much as I would like to be. So instead of focusing on myself and trying to get better myself, I am going to focus on you and what you're doing wrong, and I'm going to act like I am almighty over here and know everything, and that you're doing it wrong and you need my help. Obviously, that is not actual confidence. That is putting other people down to make yourself feel better, to make yourself feel like you know what you're doing more. So don't give advice if people don't ask for it, because it just kind of makes you look pathetic, and it increases the insecurities of others, which obviously is not what we want to do if we're focusing on our own confidence. We also want to encourage the confidence in our friends. Speaking of friends, the last thing that we're going to do is support them. We're gonna support their dreams. If they started a new Instagram account and they wanna be an influencer, you're gonna follow it. If they wanna be a musician, you're gonna stream their music on Spotify. If they start a business, you're going to buy the product. You're going to promote the page. You're going to send it to your friends. And not only does promoting your friends make you look like you are very confident and content in yourself so much that you want to see others shine, but I also believe in support karma, okay? So when you support other people, they are going to want to support you back. And I literally have proof of this. One of my best friends, Reagan, if you're watching this, which I know you are because you support me so well, and not only are you watching this, but I know that your boyfriend is as well because you force him to so that I can get more views. That is how much she supports me. Guys, that's how much she supports me, that not only does she watch all of my videos, she comments on all of my videos, she makes her boyfriend watch all of my videos, and she makes her boyfriend comment on all of my videos. So she is just super supportive, and every time I see her, I just see this glowing, confident individual who is so secure in herself that she wants to see me shine, and I just can't appreciate that enough. And the way that I show that appreciation is I just found out that she has a podcast, and you know I'm watching every video. You know I'm commenting on every video, and you know that I'm promoting her podcast as well. So I will link it down below if you want to go support my friend who supports me, give back to that little supporting your friend's karma that I believe so much in, then check it out down below. But these are the things that you're gonna do. Quick recap, you're gonna end rumors, you're not gonna give advice if people don't ask for it, and you're gonna support your friends' dreams because you wanna be a nice person so that confidence is easier to come by and that it radiates within you. The second thing that you are going to do to fake your confidence is practice affirmations. And yes, I've already talked about this in another video. Go check it out if you haven't already. But a recap of those ideas is that we are going to build good thoughts bridges. Basically, these are just good thoughts that we give ourselves. These are uplifting and encouraging thoughts that we are giving ourselves daily or hourly. We're gonna give them to ourselves consistently, even if we don't believe them. That's the kicker. You can still give yourself good thoughts, even if you don't believe that they are true, because you are building the bridge to eventually get over. You don't have to get over that bridge right now. You don't have to believe it, but you are gonna be working on building that bridge so that one day you can get over it and you can believe that good thought. So affirmations, some great ones. I am strong. I am confident. I am capable. I can do this. I am smart. I am beautiful. I know what I'm doing, etc. We want to come up with affirmations that make ourselves feel good depending on the situation. And I know this is a little bit foofy psychology, even though it has been scientifically proven to work. If you don't believe that just saying good things about yourself and not really believing them actually makes you feel better, then you can at least believe this, or at least get behind this point that I'm about to make. Affirmations are meant to be repeated. We are going to want to tell ourselves these good thoughts over and over and over again. And if you are in a stressful situation that is making you feel insecure, and you are consistently repeating confident, invoking phrases, if you're constantly saying positive affirmations about yourself, you literally will not have the time or the room in your brain to come up with more bad things to say. So if you don't truly believe the science that affirmations make you feel more confident, you can at least understand and respect the fact that they aren't going to make you feel worse, because you're not going to be promoting those bad thoughts, because you won't be able to if you're saying good thoughts about yourself all the time. The second point that I have about affirmations is they don't necessarily have to be verbal. A physical affirmation is basically anything that you do to get yourself in the zone of confidence. And yes, it can be a placebo effect, because those work. So growing up, my mom taught me, and I don't know where this came from. I don't know if she made it up or got it from somewhere else. Maybe it's real, and I just assumed it was a placebo effect when I got older. But she told me every time I had a big test at school, I had to eat a spoonful of honey that morning before I went to school in order to do well on that test. And you know, I ate that spoonful of honey every morning before my tests, and guess what? I was university valedictorian. That got me through. I had straight A's my entire life and ended up outperforming most other students, except for the other valedictorians that I tied with in college. So that worked for me. Was it a placebo? I don't know, but it was a physical affirmation. It was an action that I was taking repeatedly to get myself in the zone. Maybe eating a spoonful of honey doesn't work for you. That's fine. This is an example of something that I did. Another example of something that I like to do as a physical affirmation is looking the part. And this actually correlates directly into my next point. So the third thing, or the third piece of advice that I have for faking confidence is look good, feel good, do good. Another phrase my mom taught me growing up. Again, she must have gotten this from somewhere else, because as I've gotten older, my boyfriend has started saying this phrase because he said he learned it from the Chargers. So I don't know if that's where my mom got it or if this is just a common phrase that a lot of people use. But look good, feel good, do good basically means we hold ourselves differently when we are comfortable. We are just going to have a natural confidence about us when we feel good. And feeling good first comes from believing in yourself that you look good. We are going to wear the outfits that make us happy, that make us feel like we are looking the part. So, another pageant example, I know you're getting sick of these, but it is pageant season and it's all I can think about, is if you look back to the first year that I competed at the state level, I don't really know how to do makeup, but I did my makeup myself that year because I didn't know how to invest in a makeup artist. And here is an excerpt of a vlog that I did that year I sent this video to my sister giving her an update. I don't look bad at all, I look nice, but it's just a contrast from my second year where I do actually have a makeup artist who did my look for me, and I had a coach help me with my wardrobe, and I just know that I looked so much better this year. And I know that I held myself so much more confidently this year because I knew that I looked good and I felt good about my appearance. So we are going to wear the outfits that make us feel like we are looking the part. We are going to wear the outfits that make us feel comfortable, because we're going to hold ourselves differently when we feel nice and comfortable. Here's my hot take though. You don't have to feel comfortable in everything, and that is not a personal confidence failure. Okay, if you don't feel confident if you don't feel comfortable and confident in every article of clothing that you have, you're not failing. It's okay to not feel good in everything. I have these pair of shoes. They are Doc Martens, which I think are so cute and so stylish on other people. But when I wear them, I just don't like how I look in them. I think they cut my legs off weird. And I forced myself throughout college to wear these shoes so often, thinking like, oh, I'm trying really hard to become comfortable in these shoes so that I can wear them and feel confident. But in reality, I had so many other pairs of shoes that I already felt comfortable in that I could have just worn right then and there and already been confident in. And rather, I was making myself feel insecure by wearing shoes I didn't feel confident in hopes that in the future I would feel confident in them. Thinking that I had failed today because I wasn't already comfortable and confident, and I was trying to get to that point. when I could have literally already been at that point today if I just wore another pair of shoes. Does that make sense? Okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm going off on a tangent. Let me know in the comments if that makes sense and if you can relate to it at all. But I did just want to give you permission and let you know it's okay if you don't feel good in everything. You just want to prioritize the stuff that you do feel good in. And not just the clothes, although your appearance is a very important part of your confidence, but you just want to feel comfortable in general. You just want to bubble wrap yourself in the things that make you feel good in general. An example, I'm actually sitting in a chair right now, if you can't tell. I've noticed that I do so much better on these YouTube videos, and I just yap so much more fluently when I have a back, because I feel more comfortable. I can lean back, and it's a lot more comfortable than sitting on the edge of my bed, where I feel like I have to sit up straight and I don't feel like I talk as smoothly because I'm not comfortable. So the main point is just be comfortable, and whatever that looks like to you is great, pursue it. I want you to be comfortable because when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good, and when you do good, you believe in yourself. The last thing that we are going to do to fake it till we make it with confidence is be realistic. Okay, there are two truths that I need you to hold in your heart in order to truly be on a path toward confidence. The first one, you won't always feel confident, and that's okay. That does not mean you will automatically fail. It does not mean that you need to put yourself on a path of failure because you do not feel like you are already on the path to success. Okay? I mean, how many times does it happen where you have a pimple and you're feeling insecure about it and it ruins your day? Or you say something weird to your friend or to someone who's not your friend, even worse, right? And you feel insecure about it and you're like, ew, I'm so weird, I shouldn't have said that, and it keeps you up at night. And then days go by, weeks go by, years go by, you either completely forget about it, one, because it was not actually that significant and you were still able to have a good life, or two, you look back to that time in your life and you think, wow, I was so adorable. I was so cool. I love her. And it just shows you that even when you aren't currently feeling good, you are still able to do good things and be successful and live the life that you want to live, even if you don't currently feel like you are the person that you want to be. And that's okay. Okay, so I don't want you to think that if you aren't feeling good about yourself, that you are automatically going to be doing terrible at everything, because that is not the truth. Okay? One last pageant example. I promise this is the last one of the video, but I can't promise that for any future videos. Okay, last year, like I said, I performed very well. I was first runner-up to Miss California. I lost by 1.2 points. When I went into the interview, which is a third of your score, it's a very important part of the pageant system. When I went into interview, the girl behind me in line, right before I was about to walk into the room, she says, Tessa, I can see you shaking. Like, girl, why would you tell me that, first of all? But second of all, I was physically shaking because I was so insecure. She was right. My legs were shaking. My whole body was shaking. I was so scared. I couldn't contain it. Literally, I could not contain how scared I was to walk into that interview room. But I didn't hear that comment and think, oh, so I'm going to fail. I didn't think, I'm not ready for this, that's why I'm nervous. I thought, this matters a lot to me. I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself because this is something I care about, and that's why I'm nervous. And I went into that room and I came out of it with the highest interview score. I outperformed every other girl last year in interview. I had the highest, even the girl who beat me overall, I performed better than her in interview because I didn't allow myself to automatically think I was going to fail because I was insecure going into it. So I don't want you to, set yourself on that path of failure automatically thinking that you defaulted to it because you are not perfectly confident. That's what faking it till we make it is all about. Second, and this is the harder of the two truths, sometimes you just have to put in the work. You just have to, and it's not pretty, and it's annoying, and it can be stressful, but sometimes you're just gonna have to put in the prep work in order to gain confidence. You can't mindset your way out of the effort that it takes to truly believe that you have what it takes. And I know the majority of the advice that I'm giving in this video is just for like day to day, showing up to school, showing up to work, feeling your best, wanting to be confident with who you are. Doing the prep work is specific to feeling confident about a specific event or thing that you have to do. So if you are taking a test at school, you can follow my advice. You can be nice to your classmates. You can tell yourself that you're ready for this test. You can eat a spoonful of honey, and you can wear your favorite outfit. If you didn't study for the test, you're not gonna believe that you'll actually do well, because you won't actually do well because you didn't put in the work. And you're a smart person and you realize that, okay? So if you didn't put in the work to do well on that test, you're not going to do well on it, and it's going to affect your confidence because you're being realistic. Another example is if you are, going into an interview for a job. You need to put in the prep work. You need to research that company. You need to practice interview questions. You need to wear an outfit that is appropriate for that type of company and what they are looking for. And if you do not do those things, you're going to walk into that waiting room for the boss to come out to get you, to bring you into the interview, and you're gonna be insecure. Because you probably should be, because you're not ready, okay? So again, follow my advice for the day-to-day overall confidence of being a girl. But if it has to do with a specific event that you are trying to gain confidence for, just put in the work, okay? Just put in the work. But overall, these pieces of advice: being nice, doing affirmations, both verbal and physical, looking good, feeling good, doing good, and being realistic with these two truths that I shared will help you on your path to overall confidence. And I would love to hear about that path. If you would be open to sharing about your personal growth journey with loving yourself and with confidence. If you would like to share about that in the comments, I would really enjoy reading those stories. But no pressure to if you don't want to. If you just want to leave me to do all the talking, I'm happy to do that as well. So what you can do then is just subscribe to the channel, support me, and I will keep making videos for you. But thank you for watching this one. I will keep you guys updated on how the New York City business trip goes. I'm already feeling better because look at this, I'm being nice. I'm sharing my advice to other people, or at least I'm telling myself I am. I'm just totally distracting myself from the insecurity is actually what I'm doing. Maybe that's another piece of advice I can go into in another video. But I do hope to see you later in that video. So thank you for supporting me. Bye.